share this link.
I've finally fixed my land problem too.
Oh, you mean the art?
Yeah.
How did you fix it?
I had to delete all the folders with all the images and re-download them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because...
It's apparently a bug that come with version 5.
Yeah, I reckon once a week somebody posts in the group, oh, how do I fix that? But so it's good to know.
All over here on Old Faithful.
Okay, just posting the...
Are we looking at blue-white enchantments?
Yeah, this is a deck I started out playing. So, I'll just look at Emerson's hand. Yeah, this is going to be... I think Emerson's got... This will be a pretty good matchup for him. Because Red's got no way of getting rid of that Vanguard. Yeah, I was saying before with the OBS, if you try and make a box anywhere with anything, and say you want to make it, you just want to extend it left and right, it always seems to extend the box in all four directions, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it'll scale it.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
I'm not sure how to fix it.
Now he's got 2 Vanguards, so he's looking for... Well, Oliver's a land short from doing what he wants to do. So he's gonna take 4 damage with the Vanguard here to kill Pia. Sky Marcher doesn't have the City's Blessing, so it doesn't have flying, although the Thopter can cover it anyway. I wonder if he's going to use his dive down here. I don't think so.
Hey, you could just trade.
Oh, he is going to use the dive down.
Yeah.
Although the Vanguard, though, because it costs 4 life to... and there's a second one. It costs 4 life to make it indestructible, so against the red deck, 4 life is not nothing.
Yeah, if Oliver can keep putting the pressure on them, just constantly targeting them with stuff, forcing them to either lose them or pay 4 life.
Yeah, so you can see here now, like, Oliver's got a shock. He can actually shock that Vanguard, and then if he wants to keep the Vanguard, then the shock's actually going to do 4 damage to himself rather than 2 damage. Likewise, if this Bomat Courier, it's a free hit, because if he wants to block it with the Vanguard, it's going to cost him 4 life. So, but I think the problem for Emerson is he's a bit land flooded. He needs to get like Curious Obsession or something that lets him draw cards.
Just anything that's going to draw him cards would be good.
This is actually, whoever wins this battle is going to be the champion for this division. Is going to win the division. I'm just going to bring up the live ladder now. Where is it?
You mean going into the playoffs?
Yeah, so whoever wins gets the first round bye for the playoffs. Because Oliver actually holds a 2-point lead at the top, but obviously you can't. There's no way that they can finish even with 2 points. Somebody has to win 2 games and somebody wins 1. And in the formats, also standard, whoever wins this, they're both tied at the top of 21. So whoever wins this makes finals for standard as well. Oliver's already got legacy finals locked up. and Emerson can lock up modern finals with a win. The only person that can catch him is Evan Bello, but I just got to check their head-to-head. Emerson and Evan. Oh, Emerson won the head-to-head, so Emerson's already got the modern locked up. So Oliver's locked up Legacy, Emerson's locked up Modern, and whoever wins this is going to lock up Standard. And whoever wins overall is going to lock up the division.
That baffling end is pretty huge.
Yeah, like shut down Kari's. Oh, it's going to be interesting here too, because a Dawn Pouncer can do 8 damage. So Emerson's actually got lethal on board, but I wonder if Oliver will sack the Beaumat Courier in response, because he's got a pretty good hand, but he just doesn't have that 4th land.
If he doesn't draw into that 4th land, he's sitting on a handful of dead cards, so he might have to sack the Beaumat. He'll be refilling his hand to 4 cards. No, banking on a land. Didn't get it.
There's a chump blocker that will buy him a turn. Emerson playing off the top of his deck here. That's gonna Cartouche will give him an extra person on the battlefield, and it also gives first strike. So again a chump block here. The problem here though is that I can't think what Oliver can possibly draw, because Emerson's in a position here where he can just
yeah, this is going to be a very quick game 1.
Yeah, just pay the 4 life and Vanguard stays, and that's it. Game 1 to Emerson. So Emerson's 1 win away from Standard Finals.
Yeah, on the OBS thing, I'm pretty sure you can just right click on the box and then transform, and then in edit transform you can change the dimensions of the box.
Oh, that's pretty cool, thanks. Position, size, yeah, alignment. Yeah, that's good to know, thanks. Just waiting for the sideboarding to finish here.
I'm really happy with how that overlay's turned out. It looks really cool.
Are you watching the stream?
I'm just looking at my overlay.
Yeah, because I think somebody, was it Razvan, mentioned about the rounded corners.
I've actually done that.
I kept the pointy corners. I mean, I don't know if he shared the rounded ones yet, but I didn't think there was a problem with the pointy corners. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, either other. He said it was appeasing to the eye, so I fixed it.
Okay, they're back at it. Oliver's going to be on the play here. Can't keep that, no lands. That's not fantastic either. He doesn't have any threats, but I think he's going to have to keep that, yeah. See what Emerson came up with.
Yeah, I went with the straight edge because there's so many straight edges in the rest of it. I didn't feel like one single rounded edge was really going to make that much difference.
Yeah.
Really liking the enchantment hand.
Yeah, Vanguard into Curious Obsession I think is a winning hand here. So you see Oliver's going to lightning strike probably, but he can just take 4. Well, he's not even going to bother. He has to get super aggressive. That Curious Obsession is going to let him draw a card extra card every turn. And the Cartouche of Knowledge will actually give him flying as well. So I think that's a winning hand.
You could play the Curious and the Cartouche, the white one.
To get first strike. Yeah, this
swinging in for a lot now.
Adanto Vanguard is going to get in for 5. It's just a terrible, terrible matchup for red, mono red. So he's going to get the card draw from the Curious Obsession. I was actually thinking of playing this deck in paper as well, but I don't have the Adorned Pouncers. I can't bring myself to pay $1 each for that card. A 1/1 double strike for 2 mana.
I think I've got just about the whole deck except the Legionnaire's Landings. And
I was lucky because I picked those up for EDH when they were much cheaper. They're about $6 each now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's short of 3 cards short of getting the City's Blessing. I don't know why he bought that Fragmentize in for.
Can ping Bomats.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. Bomat Couriers and Thopters. Dedicate a card to those. Surely there's a better option in the side, unless he doesn't have a better option in the sideboard.
Bomat's pretty strong. I'd be tempted to play the Shram out, yeah. Start getting some value.
So Oliver's still at 15 and he's up to 4. Oh, not up to 4 because he's not going to be able to draw here. Shrum. No card draw from Shrum. Yeah, I don't think Oliver's out of this match because he's actually got 5 power on the board. Not sure why he didn't.
Still has a lot of power in hand.
He must be going for the Fanatical Firebrand here, but I'm not sure why he didn't run out the Bomat Courier. He's going to play it after because he didn't want to trade it with the 1/1. He's going to play the Firebrand.
Baffling and the Onkrop.
Yeah, I think if I was Emerson, I would have played the Cartouche there. Cartouche of Knowledge, so he had flying and he could have avoided that jump block. I think that's a misplay.
Hitting for 6 and drawing a card.
Because now he's in the territory where Oliver's got 2 cards in hand. If he gets a land, I mean, from Emerson's point of view, I mean, if he gets a land, he could possibly play Land Hazaret, and then he's in big trouble.
Scorched Desert, ping for 1, Hazaret,
But
swing for 7.
You can see he's still going to drop the Earthshaker and the Bomat here, so it's going to be 5 damage coming across. And then he's going to be in a position where I think he fires a Lightning Strike at the Vanguard, and then that's going to be an interesting choice for Emerson because he either takes 4 to the face or he has to give up the Vanguard. He's thinking about the Bomat Courier.
Emerson really needs to draw with land.
Yeah, he's going to go to Burmet. Yeah. There is another one, I forget the name of the card, not the Adorned Pouncer. I think it's the cat, has lifelink. Could be a good swing here as well.
The Sacred Cat.
It's called it's called the Sacred Cat. So we look at Oliver's hand, Lightning Strike. He can fire that off and then sack the courier next turn. So he's in a pretty good position here.
He needs to fragmentize the courier and baffling and the Earthshaker.
But unfortunately, he doesn't have the land to do that. Or he can actually draw from Curious Obsession. Oh no, is it? Oh yeah, draws combat damage, draw a card. So he needs to draw a land here, and he does. That was timely. Yeah, so he can actually take care of two of them. No, but actually he's still dead. If he takes down both, he's going to take 2, go to 4, and then Lightning Strike. Put him. Actually, no.
He's into 1.
Yeah, no. The Lightning Strike, I think, will just definitely go at the Vanguard. Because he'll be dead if he doesn't. He'll be dead if he doesn't give up the Vanguard.
But then he can refill his board with the Sky Marcher.
1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, Sky Marcher won't have the City's Blessing. I actually, when I play this online, I trim down my copies of Legion's Landing because I think the card's a bit underwhelming. The amount of times that you actually get 3 creatures on the board and attacking is quite slim with this deck.
Yeah, there's a lot of removal in Standard at the moment. It's not often you see a really big board.
Okay, where's this? Yes, he's going to Lightning Strike the Vanguard here. No choice but to give it up.
See how well he can come back from this.
Yeah, but now that he's at 4 life, though, the Vanguard loses all its power.
If he can draw another land, he could play the Pouncer and then get flying.
We didn't see any Sacred Cats in the first game either, so I wonder if they're in there.
No, not fragmentized. That's not what he wants. Getting bodies on the board now.
Yeah, because a top deck Hazaret would just be too much. Oh, that's going to be a problem. You have to target the Pouncer here, because otherwise the Earthshaker can't come in. Oh, he targeted a Sky Marcher. See, Adorned Pouncer's got first strike, it can just take the Earthshaker down there. I think it's a misplay from Oliver.
Still got him down to 2.
But if he had targeted the Pouncer, then he would have at least traded with the Sky Marcher.
Play out Shram and then Curious Obsession.
That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That's going to give him the City's Blessing.
And he wants to draw another land to be able to
2,
play
4,
the Cartouche.
And there's
Wrong colour.
yeah. He does have Oliver down to 6, so Oliver though's got a ton of cards. Shock or lightning strike off the top would just end the match. See if he can. Oh, he's starting to flood now. Actually, he's just dead. Yeah, is Oliver just dead on board?
Yeah, he's dead to eat the flying.
The Pouncer doesn't have flying at this stage, but Emerson's going to be able to give it flying if the cartouche next turn. That's
And
4
plus
damage.
1.
Yeah, Oliver's just dead.
Yeah.
So Emerson's going to take down standard and make that means Emerson's spotting the standard finals. Oliver's 22 is still a pretty good score though, so he might be able to nick one of the wildcard spots. Yeah, he says, I think I messed up with that Kenra target. I think he definitely did. Oh, there's 6 damage right there coming in the air. So Emerson's going to take standard 2-1 and take down the East Division standard title. This is actually a pretty efficient division. There's only one more game to go after this. It's only what day is it? Thursday.
Cool.
So on
Just
the
watching the stream here, dude, you could probably afford to make your images a little smaller when you do the zoom in.
Oh. You mean when I click the middle button, the card?
Yeah, when you're making the picture bigger.
Yep.
It's taking up most of the screen.
I'll see if I can just bring the live ladder up. Just give me a second. Wait, the stream's on delay though, isn't it? I hope so.
Yeah, it's on a delay.
Yeah, a 3-minute delay.
I was just looking at a card, but it took up half the screen.
Let me just
The YouTube channel chat is also really small.
Yeah, but there's not much we can do about that, I don't think, because the gap's not very big for it. Okay, I've just put on the board, that's the live ladder on the stream now that we're looking at in between the rounds. So that win for Emerson means he takes standard by 3 points from Oliver. We're on to modern now, but he's got a 1-point lead. So if Emerson wins modern, then he wins the division. But Oliver, I think, with his score of 57, it's good enough to probably qualify for a wildcard spot anyway. I'll just move that away. Okay, so we're going to jump back in now to the modern match. A must-win match now for Oliver. So we're looking at Oliver's playing black-red Hollowone, and Emerson is playing Jund. Well, in this league now, we've seen a ton of Jund appear once Bloodbraid Elf was spoiled. Oh, I should say made legal.
Well, I think my finals hopes are well and truly dashed, so I'll probably play that Jace brew that I was playing against you the other day.
That's a pretty cool. I'd give that a run as well. Let me just bring that up. Who's your opponent this week? Let's have a look.
Remember. I was just talking to
Oh, Paxson.
Yeah.
Paxson is actually in the running for the modern legacy title, so he'll be out to win legacy. He's a bit far back to win the actual division. There's a dark. I don't think Oliver's deck plays a lot. Oh, he's got a lightning bolt. Just as I say that, I was going to say he doesn't play a lot of removal. He's got 2 lightning bolts in hand. But I believe those 2 lightning bolts is all he plays main deck. I could be wrong about that. He might.
Pretty sure Hollowone runs lightning bolts and what's it called? Feather pushes.
Oh.
And then the rest of it's just discard synergy.
Yeah, he's got 2 burning inquiries and they're already in a street race. Not what he wants in the graveyard. He's going to hard cast a Flamewake Phoenix.
He's already on 13. He needs to do some damage on the board.
We're looking at Emerson's hand on stream at the moment. Wonder if he bolts down that Phoenix. Yeah. Because the Phoenix needs a 4-power creature to come back, so I think if Oliver had a Hollowone, he would have played it a couple of turns. Oh, he's got one in hand. He must have drawn that. But he's a long way from being able to play it. He actually needs a... Colligan's command is... That's the worst Colligan's command. I mean, the worst Inquisition ever. Probably Lightning Bolt will go.
Yeah, you get rid of the bolt.
Certainly don't want to get rid of a Bloodghast. Yep, Bolt's gone. The red spell for 1, I forget its name. That'll do, Burning Inquiry. He wants to get rid of those Bloodghasts. Yeah, that's the one. Faithless Looting. Okay, he's found it now. So he's going to be able to play the Hollowone this turn. I think he goes Faithless Looting over Goblin Law here because he's got to run out that Hollowone.
Well, he's already discarded 2 cards anyway, hasn't he?
The Burning Inquiry, how much did he discard for that? Yeah, discards 3, yeah, so yeah, he's played it out, so he's looking for a land here and he's found it, so suddenly he's got all the power on the board. And he's going to be able to hold up that Lightning Bolt, so that's a pretty good turn for Oliver. Alright, no, he's got to discard 2, doesn't he? I think you discard the Bolt and the Law and play out the Swamp so you can get the 2 Bloodghasts back. Then he's also going to get the Phoenix back because the Hollowone's going to be on the board before combat. Oh, he didn't. I'm surprised by that.
They wouldn't have had haste anyway.
So, yeah, so
if he doesn't play the land afterwards, then he's being silly.
Yeah, he's trying to hit a land off the top here.
He didn't play the land out. That's just...
No, he discarded the land. He kept the Lightning Bolt.
Oh, okay.
I would have discarded the Lightning Bolt and played the land. A tap land. Emerson was hoping for a... He was hoping for an untapped land there. I think if he was going to Maelstrom Pulse that Hollowone, he should have Lightning Bolted that Phoenix at the end of the turn. He doesn't. He gets a street race, so he's going to get another look at it.
Needs to draw an angler.
Okay, here comes flashing back Faithless Looting. There's the land. But what does he get rid of here? I think he wants to keep the Bolt. Yeah, that's what I would have done. Keep the land, keep the Bolt, because he knows about the... I mean, he knows he's on a Bloodbraid deck, so we can bolt down one of the targets. Bloodghast don't get haste until Emerson drops below 10. So here we go, gonna spin the dice. Tarmogoyf, that's a good find. Well, Tarmogoyf, and we know that he's got another one in hand, so those Bloodghasts are just instantly useless. And also a Gurmag Angler is not going to be any good either. can't block with the Bloodghast, so he might want to bolt here. Yeah. But you can see Oliver's down to 9, so next turn when that Tarmogoyf drops, then it's going to be lethal on board. Faithless Looting, no way. Can't do anything with that, so it looks like Emerson's going to take game 1 of Modern. That just puts extra cards in the grave. What did it put in there? Let's have a look. Flameblade Adept and Faithless Looting. He's just trying to chip Emerson closer to getting below. But Emerson's also got that. He's got just drawn a bolt and another blood braid, so this is going to be gross. if he Dark Confidant, I was going to say if he blood braids into a bolt, it's just over. That's 8 damage coming across, going to drop Oliver to 1. I don't think there's any way out of this for him. What can... I wonder if Oliver's got in... You mentioned Fatal Push. Fatal Push would be good against Tarmogoyf, but Emerson's going to take game 1. I wonder if he's got anything stronger. One card that could be good in this deck is Murderous Cut, because he has so many cards in the graveyard.
Which one's Murderous Cut?
It's a delve. I think it costs 5 black plus 4, but you can actually delve the 4 cards, and it's just destroy creature, so it can take down anything.
Emerson just won standard 2-0, didn't he?
2-1. Yeah, actually, let me update that. What are we on to? Properties. Modern. Okay. So there's still sideboarding. I'm just updating the live ladder here. Fixtures. Emerson up a game here. So Oliver for all to do now. He kind of needs that super fast start, like the turn 1, 2 Hollowones. So we're back into it now. Because...
He needs the dream hand.
Yeah, because once you get to turn 3 or 4, it's, you know, Tarmogoyf's outclass your stuff pretty quickly. I don't think that is the dream hand. It's a risky keep if he's going to keep that. Oh, he does, he keeps it. He needs that second land for Goblin Law. And look at what Oliver's kept. I mean, Oliver hasn't kept a fantastic hand either. He's got a... not Oliver, sorry, Emerson. He does have a bit of removal there and a Dark Confidant, but he's playing towards... Oh, just as I say that, Tarmogoyf, so he's got a turn 2 play. I'm going to be right back. My throat is burning.
No worries. Flamboyant Adept.
If Oliver can hit the second land here, then he's in a pretty good position because those flame-bladed depths, or that I should say that flame-bladed depth, was going to do a lot of damage.
He's also drawn Big Game Hunter, which is his must be his sideboard answer to Tarmogoyf.
And it can be cast with Madness, so that's pretty good. Oh god. This goddamn Windows just keeps interrupting and saying it's going to update, and then like I was playing a game yesterday and it cut me off halfway through and restarted my computer.
No.
It just keeps trying to update every single day. It's driving me up the wall. Yeah, it's got the Big Game Hunter is pretty good in this deck when it comes into play. Destroy target creature power 4 or greater. Can't get the Tarmogoyf at the moment, but he can play it with Madness, but he needs an extra land to be able to do that from the Goblin Lore. He needs 3 lands.
Yeah, the Hollowone deck's just full of things that are otherwise terrible cards.
I mean, Flameblade Adept, if I bring that up, it's a uncommon in one of the worst sets. Hour of Devastation. I remember busting a box of that and getting like the best mythics, and I still only got about $50 back on the $70 box.
Yeah, I probably got about $30 back.
Okay, here's the Goblin Lore, so that's going to pump the Flame Blade. He gets to keep the Big Game Hunter, but he lost his Gurmag Ungler.
That was not what he wanted.
And he lost to Tasiga.
He's still winning the race here.
Well, he's going to be in a pretty good.
Going to come down.
The awkward thing here is that I think he's lining up for Blood Moon turn 3, and if that's the case, then he can't actually play Big Game Hunter. Ouch. Well, that's going to get. There's no Bloodghast in the bin at the moment, but that means no Tasigas, no Gurmag Anglers, and a 5/6 Tarmogoyf. Actually, he's going to weaken his own Tarmogoyf doing this. Yeah, it's back down to a 3/4. Just looking at Emerson's hand now. He's lining up Bloodbraid next turn. Yeah, I'm curious to see here if he's going to go for the Blood Moon. I think a Blood Moon here would lock Emerson out for the rest of the game. He'd be trying to win with that Tarmogoyf. But it also means he can't play the Big Game Hunter, because he won't have a black source.
I feel like he wants to play the Bloodghast. Play a land, play a Bloodghast.
Yeah, because he's gonna take a hammering next turn from that Bloodbraid Elf.
Unless he plays out the thing.
Yeah, I think if you're playing Jund, you're expect, because Emerson didn't do anything last turn except the spell bomb, so surely you would be expecting the Bloodbraid next turn. But yeah, I think he really needs that Big Game Hunter to hit, because if Tarmogoyf gets 1 point bigger, he can actually hardcast the Big Game Hunter and kill the Goyf. But if Bloodbraid comes down, then that's 6 damage coming across, plus whatever Bloodbraid finds.
Because the Lightning Bolt is potentially 9 damage, putting him down to 2.
And Big Game is only a 1/1, so it's not taking care of anything. Okay, so he's going to go that route. This is a risky play. Division title is on the line with this one.
Oops.
Not sure what he missed there. Okay, here comes the Bloodbraid. I don't know if that was a mistake. Oliver's saying in chat, so many mistakes. I think he just had a... Oh, there's a lightning bolt just as we say it. I think he just had a straight up choice between Bloodghast and Blood Moon. I can see why he played the Bloodghast. I don't particularly like the Bloodgast play because I think it was just banking on something outside of your control. He is going to be able to play that big game Hunter next turn and kill the Tarmogoyf.
But by the same token, though, if he had to play the Blood Moon, he's locked himself out of the game as well.
Yeah. I mean, the only black card he has here is the big game. Oh, just as we say that, yeah. I mean, you know, hindsight's a great thing. If we knew that was off the top, then Blood Moon previous turn was an easy call. There's going to be a Dark Confidant coming down, so I don't think Oliver's out of this game just yet. And I don't even know if Emerson wants to play the Dark Confidant when he's only at 6 life.
I wouldn't play it at 6, God no.
He does have that Raging Ravine though.
Animate Raging, yeah.
Actually, Raging Ravine would be lethal here, so it's going to force him to block. And he's not going to be able to crack that Wooded Foothills. Oh, he's not going to animate the ravine.
Oh, wow. Okay, so he obviously didn't see that.
I wonder what line he's going for then. You can see Oliver's got nothing going on. Yeah, I wouldn't... Or, I mean, you know that Emerson's got Lightning Bolt, so if he goes below 4 here, he's in Bolt range. We know Emerson doesn't have the Bolt, and there's 2 in his graveyard already. But this is super risky to take this hit here from Oliver to go to 3. I mean to go to 1. Conversely though,
if he draws a bolt, it's lethal on his side, so...
Yeah, and Raging Ravine, I suspect maybe he's holding... Oh, he's going to go for it. Crazy.
Just needed the blocker.
Well, actually, yeah, no, he's actually got lethal on board. Oh, Bloodgast is going to have haste here.
Now he wants to play Blood Moon, because then the Ravine can't animate.
I would actually play Bloodgast and... Well, I don't know, because I think he's going to use Dark Confidant as a blocker. Because I think Oliver's just dead here.
He can play the Ghast and the Blood Moon, and it stops the Raging Ravine.
Yeah, but then he's only got 1 blocker on the way back, and he's at 1 life, and Dark Confidant and Bloodbreak can just come through. He can't play Blood Moon because he can't crack the Wooded Foothills. I think...
Oh, no.
I think he's got a swing here. Yeah, and... So he's just dead. No. He had to have some way to play out the Blood Moon, but he doesn't have it, so Raging Ravine can be activated now.
If only Bloodgast could block.
If only he had 1 more point of life as well. So for Emerson now it's just a case of firing up the Raging Ravine and he's won the division, and that's what he does. So Emerson takes Modern 2-0.
Bloodbreak too strong.
Well, it goes back to that Bloodgast versus Blood Moon. I think if he played the Blood Moon, he would have still been alive. But Emerson's actually just...
It would have dragged it out, but it would have been a race between a 1-2 Menace and a 3-4.
And the other thing was, because we know that the black came off the top next turn. You know, hindsight's great, but Oliver had to make a call there. So Emerson's going to take the division title, and he's also taken standard title and modern. So we're on to legacy, where Oliver's already locked up the legacy title. But this match now is all about a wildcard spot, because Oliver's still in a pretty good position to qualify in a wildcard spot for finals. I think he'll still play finals, just not have the bye.
Yeah, there's still plenty of room in that in the thing to make that chat bigger.
Yeah, I just need to expand it left and right, I think. That's what I was asking you about earlier. I'll play around. We're into the match now. I'll play around with it after this match is finished. This is traditionally, I think, 4-color control on Emerson's side against Elves. Yeah, so Oliver's stuck with the tried and the true. He's won the division playing Elves, so no reason to change now.
He has played his Death and Taxes.
Yeah, he kind of alternates between the two. 2 Force of Wills in hand here for Emerson. This is Oliver's traditional turn 1 play.
To Dryad.
Yeah, and no mucking around on the other side. What's he going to exile? The Baleful Strix. Baleful Strix for me is like it's classic legacy card. It's like absolute crap if it was in any other format, but in this kind of dirtily slow format where a 1/1 can win you the match, it's a pretty good card.
It's for 2, a 1/1 flying death touch that draws you a card. How is that bad in any format?
I don't know if it's a modern legal, but I doubt it would see any play in modern. It's a really, I mean, because I play the Reanimator, I mainly play Reanimator. It's a really annoying card for Reanimator because it's the crappy little 1/1 can take down your Grizzlebrand or whatever else you have.
Ooh. So this is good news for Oliver. He's going to be able to go off next turn with the Glimpse and he can't answer it.
Yeah, no blue card to go with his Force of Will.
He will be able to bolt something though.
Well, you're the Elves player, so can you tell us what he's actually trying to do here?
Well, he gets the Arbor, and now he can just go Glimpse into Symbiote, into Bounce Land, into pushes the Arbor. Yeah, it slows him down a little.
So, is that correct to push the Arbor, or is there a better target you could wait for? He's going to return the Arbor with the Ranger.
No, because he's just trying to stop him from going off with Glimpse.
So he's
now he can bolt.
Push and bolt.
Mm-hmm.
But Oliver hasn't actually played a land this turn, has he?
He played the Arbor, didn't he?
Did he play the Arbor this turn? Oh, so he's shut down then. No, there we go.
No.
Yeah, he's played the land. Okay, so draw a card with Glimpse.
Did I miss something? When did he get the Arbor Elf then? The Dryad.
What turn is this? This is turn 3, so he must have played it turn 2. But yeah, that was a pretty underwhelming turn after all that.
It's what you got to do. You can't let the elves go off. Doesn't matter how many spells you have to chew up. You just got to stop it.
Well, he's gonna, yeah. Him to Turak, he's losing 2 cards here. That's
gonna be huge.
Dryad, Arbor, and Birchlaw Rangers are gone, so we'll just look at Oliver's hand now. Not much going on there. With a pesky Deathrite Shaman.
Not a lot else. Getting flooded. Not ideal.
And that pesky little Deathrite Shaman is a roadblock as well to any attack. Nothing going on the other side. He's only got a 1/1, and Deathrite can actually. Well, Deathrite to do 2 damage has to exile sorcery or instant. I don't think there's a lot of those. Actually, there's 2 in Oliver's graveyard, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in his, so it's 7. So yeah, he's got. I think he's got enough to do the slow burn and win this with Deathrite Shaman.
13 turn clock with People Strix.
Yeah. Okay, there's something that can finally attack, a Nettle Sentinel. Look, but 4 lands is quite a bit for the elf deck, though, isn't it?
My elf deck only runs 12 lands.
Yeah, so he's a bit flooded here. I'm surprised he didn't play. Why didn't he play the Nettle Sentinel there? Is he just looking for something specific?
Going for a draw card. He can still play the Nettle because he can bounce back one of the forests. He is super flooded. You can still use the Ranger to bounce a forest and then play the forest untapped and play the Sentinel.
Yeah, so Emerson's going to hit him 3 points a turn, so it's a 4-turn clock here. Another Baleful Strix. Colligan's command might be pretty good here.
Not sure why Oliver didn't play the Sentinel out.
Yeah. Does he have the Azuri, or does Legacy play Azuri?
I think it can do.
I think from Oliver I've seen that. What's that big thing? There's the
Craterhoof.
Craterhoof, yeah. He might be just trying to get an Alpha Strike here. There's a Gaia's Cradle. Gaia's Cradle will get him. Do you know off the top of your head the Craterhoof, how much mana it cost?
That's for 6, I'm pretty sure. 6 or 7.
Yeah, so he could play it with the Gaia's Cradle. But look at him, 2, 4, 6, 7 lands. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands, actually.
He's just going to keep trying to draw as many cards as he can. He's trying to get something.
Still got 4...
He has, I think there's 6 or 7 different cards that actually let him search for Craterhoof.
He's still got 4 mana floating once he gets his draw.
He can still untap his Cradle.
Nissa Vital Force.
Wait, can he untap the Cradle? No.
Gonna use the Wildwood Symbiote to untap a creature. Play back out the Elvish Visionary. He's down to 2 lands. So
That's what he wanted.
Yeah, Natural Order. Play out the Sentinel. So he's actually got lethal next turn, doesn't he? Emerson needs to find another blue card. Oh no, he's got the Baleful Strix. Okay, so he can force a will the Natural Order. Okay, so as long as he doesn't play out that Baleful Strix, he's safe. Yep, he doesn't play it out.
He's not necessarily safe, but he's not going to die to a Natural Order.
I wonder if Oliver will actually play out the Nissa first to try and bait any counterspell.
I feel like that'd be the way to go.
He's got access. Look at all these lands. 2, 4, 5,
land.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands. Yeah, he's going to try it first. Bait the counter spell. See if this works. This will create a 5. He can untap a land here. It's a 5/5. See if is Emerson going to bite. Looks like he's thinking about it. No, he doesn't bite.
Well, that's brilliant for him because he can untap the cradle.
But he doesn't really have anything to do with the cradle, though, does he?
No, he does because he can ramp. He can still bounce elves back to his hand. He can get more draw card out of his visionaries. Or he can return a permanent from his graveyard to his hand, so he can get Birchwood.
Does he have a way? I'm just looking through the cards to untap the cradle with one of his lands. Is Guy's Cradle a forest? No. Because he could actually play out the natural order. If it gets countered, then he can minus this to get it back.
No, it's not a permanent.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, he's going for it now, so... yeah, there's the force of will. But you'd have to imagine of so many cards in hand that Oliver's going to surely find something next turn.
Well, he's still got 6 mana, so he can still bounce. I think he can still bounce the Visionaries twice this turn.
Plays out Pendlehaven.
So he can swing it now and make one of his things a 2/3.
Yeah, and he can actually wait until there's blocks to do that.
So he's got a Nindle Sentinel's a 2/2, he's got a 5/5, and he can make it a 2/3. So he can start getting damage on board.
5, 6, 7. Draws another... So he's going to get another look here. Baleful Strix is tapped, so there's no worry about the Death Touch. 17 life. I wonder if Emerson would be tempted to... I think he could wait a turn to block, and then he'll have a Death Touch blocker next turn. I have to.
Visionary's doing some work.
Yeah, I was going to say, next game I'm going to keep a little notepad and see how many cards he's drawing from Elvish Visionary.
Curious to see here whether or not he swings in with 3 creatures like he should be. No, he's going to swing with everything. Oh,
Yeah.
whatever he blocks, he makes it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can just
so, yeah.
Pendlehaven in response. I don't think Deathrite will block here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Yes, so then he'll have lethal next turn. And Deathrite can only do 2, 4, and 5. So he'll go to 1. But he needs to have lethal next turn, which I think he will have. Yeah, so actually, Oliver's played this pretty well, I think.
Hmm.
Considering the amount of flood he's had.
And considering the glimpse got shut down.
Yeah, his glimpse was... Emerson did pretty well to shut down that at the start with the glimpse, and then he blocked the natural order as well. Nissa... Down to 4, so I think... Oh, okay, we forgot about the Culligan's command, so that's just lethal. Two damage puts him to 4, Deathrite puts him to 2, untapped Deathrite does the last 2. Wait, did he draw that for the turn, I think, actually? Is this on his turn or? Yeah, untaps. Deathrite does the last two. Yeah,
Oh, what a game.
yeah, that's a pretty good. I forgot about the Colligan's command. So Deathrite's gonna put Emerson up a game. Yeah, Oliver just a card short there.
If he didn't draw all of his lands.
Yeah. Modern was red. Hollowone versus Judd. Legacy. Elves versus So Emerson now this came into this match. This was the decider. He's one win away from a clean sweep, 3-0. Okay, they're back at it.
Oliver's running 18 lands in his elf deck.
And you said you run 12.
Yeah, I only run 12 in mine.
Now, from what I understand of Elves, this does not look like a good hand, is it, from Oliver? Yeah, he takes a mulligan. Okay. On the other side...
That's also not fantastic because the Cradle doesn't tap for anything.
Well, Toxic Deluge is going to be a good one here. Oliver's at the top of the screen this time. You can see Emerson's got that Murderous Cut I was talking about in Modern. So it's 4 and a black. Destroy target creature it delves. I reckon it's a really cool card. Back in... What sets it from? Yeah, from Khan's Attack here. I spec'd on it for about 20 cents. So I think I bought about 200 copies. Expecting it to be a Modern and All-Star at least. I've got them all packed away. It never sees play. Just another one of my money pits. There's that pesky Deathrite Shaman. So next turn play the... He's got two guys cradles.
Really bad when he plays that Deluge.
But that's a bit... actually, he can tap the guy's cradle, float the mana, play the other guy's cradle, and tap it again. So he could play Nissa next turn. What's he doing? Okay, he's gonna... He's going for it this turn. The Deluge. Oh no, he's going to Culligan's command. What's he going to try and hit here? The Wirewood Symbiote. So now the guy's cradle only taps for 1. But Oliver's got that Abrupt Decay, so I wonder if he just wants... I was going to say, I wonder if he wants to get rid of the Deathrite Shaman. Not quite yet.
Oh wow, Emerson's just sitting on all the removal.
Yeah, I'm just looking, thinking, which way is he going to go with this? You're going to brainstorm first. Toxic Deluge is not that fantastic at the moment because it's going to take down his Deathrite Shaman as well. Okay, so he wants to shuffle away a few.
Yeah, plays a deluge out.
So he gives up his because the deluge kind of shuts off Guy's cradle.
Yeah, it's just slowed him right down again. Taking away the tempo from the elf. That's what you gotta do.
Oliver still with the Abrupt Decay in hand. 2, 3, 4. If he finds another, I think if he can resolve Nissa, he's a chance here.
The worst part is the Snapcaster can play the deluge again.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just keeping the board clear.
Are we gonna see Flash Viper?
Dryad Arbor.
Flash Viper Lightning Bolt swing.
He could actually bolt down that Dryad Arbor if he's super greedy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Flashing the Snapcaster on his end step.
Oh, yeah.
Bolt.
He's going to do it, yeah. What's he got there?
Greedy. It's just dominating
Green,
the board.
black, red. Oh, so this is actually 4-color control, not Sultai. Yeah, it's just a lesson in how to beat elves. Just keep clearing that board.
The elves can get over the top of it though, depending on top decks.
And you can see, this is, ironically, it's probably the draw that Oliver wanted in game 1. Murderous cut, so just keep that board clear again. And the little 2-1 is going to get the job done, is it?
Oh, another one. This is brutal.
He could find, I mean, yeah, you can find a murderous cut if you wanted to. 2 abrupt decays, but no black source.
You can hardcast a Force Will now.
Yeah. And also enables him to snapcaster back Toxic Deluge if it gets to that.
He could snapcast Colligans, returning Deathrite to his hand, and then pinging the creature for 2.
Looks like that's the line he's taking. Yep. Return target creature and do 2 damage, so 4 damage coming across next turn.
This is pretty well game.
And he's just drawn a Fatal Push. Oliver to 8. Although if he plays out the death right here, shields are down for Force of Will, but I don't think it really matters looking at the other side of the board. Okay, he can get his black source now. Death right down. He's going to go to 3 next turn.
There's nothing he can do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a sequence of top decks that would get him out of this.
Do you just hold up the Force of Will now and just counter whatever he plays?
Yeah, Although Fatal Push...
Push should get most of it, but on the off chance that he drew something that was going to be able to do it.
Yeah, because I think Baleful Strix actually protects him from a creature removal as well. Yeah, so Oliver's going to concede, and so Emerson gets the clean sweep. 2-1 Standard, 2-0 Modern, 2-0 Legacy.
Good games to watch.
They're very entertaining. Thanks for watching.